Indian nationalism was not born in the heat of politics alone, nor in the slogans of protest. It was born in the silent meditation of sages, in the fire of revolutionaries, and in the vision of seers who could see India not as a piece of land, but as a living mother. Among them, Sri Aurobindo stands tall, revered as the father of Indian nationalism. But why him? Why not others who also fought for India's freedom? The answer lies not only in his politics, but in the depth of his vision, a vision that merged spirituality, philosophy, and revolution into one grand mission for India and the world. Sri Aurobindo was born in 1872, at a time when India was still under British colonial rule. Sent to England for education, he mastered Western thought, Greek, Latin, philosophy, and politics. Yet when he returned to India, something awakened within him. He realized that India was not just enslaved politically, but had also forgotten her own spiritual soul. Unlike other leaders of his time, Sri Aurobindo was not interested in reforms under British approval. He declared openly, "We want complete independence, nothing less." This was at a time when even the Congress spoke only of petitions and gradual reforms. His courage to dream of Poorna Swaraj made him the first prophet of uncompromising freedom. Bande Mataram and revolutionary fire, Sri Aurobindo became the editor of the newspaper Bande Mataram, which became the voice of a new, fiery nationalism. His writings were not ordinary political speeches. They were calls to awaken the sleeping soul of India. He described the motherland not as territory, but as Shakti, the Divine Mother herself. He wrote, "Nationalism is a religion that comes from God. Nationalism is the Sanatan Dharma of a people." Through Sri Aurobindo's words, thousands of youth were inspired to sacrifice, to rebel, and to see their freedom struggle not as politics, but as sacred duty. This is why he is remembered not merely as a politician, but as the father of spiritual nationalism in India. Philosophy of nationalism. For Sri Aurobindo, nationalism was not borrowed from the West. It was rooted in India's eternal philosophy. He taught that a nation is not a crowd of people, but a living soul force. India, he said, has a destiny, a mission for humanity, to bring spiritual light into a world drowned in materialism. Thus, for Sri Aurobindo, freedom was not only about driving away the British, it was about preparing India to fulfill her cosmic role in human evolution. This profound vision is what distinguishes Sri Aurobindo from other leaders. He saw nationalism as yoga, as sadhana. Service to the motherland was service to the divine. This blend of political realism and spiritual idealism was unique to Sri Aurobindo. Revolutionary to Yogi. In 1908, after the Alipore bomb case, Sri Aurobindo was imprisoned. During his year in solitary confinement, he experienced profound spiritual realizations. He wrote, "I looked at the jail that was my habitation, and it was not by its high walls that I was imprisoned, but by the eternal infinite himself." This mystical experience transformed Sri Aurobindo. After his release, he gradually withdrew from active politics. But this was not retirement, it was evolution. He shifted from being a revolutionary leader to becoming a spiritual guide, laying the foundation of integral yoga. His disciples and critics alike wondered why he left politics. But Sri Aurobindo knew his mission was larger, to prepare the consciousness of India and the world for a greater future. Sri Aurobindo's influence on other leaders. Many wonder, if Sri Aurobindo withdrew from politics, why is he still called the father of Indian nationalism? The answer lies in influence. His fiery writings had already planted the seeds of uncompromising freedom in the minds of countless revolutionaries. Subhash Chandra Bose, Bala Gangadhara Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal, Lala Lajpat Rai all acknowledged the power of Sri Aurobindo's ideas. Decades later, Gandhiji, though on a different path of non-violence, still drew strength from the spiritual awakening that Sri Aurobindo had initiated. When India finally achieved her independence in 1947, Sri Aurobindo, then in Pondicherry, released a message. He wrote of his 5 dreams, The first being India's complete independence, which he saw as the first step towards a spiritual resurgence of humanity. These are the five dreams of Sri Aurobindo, which we had discussed in depth in one of our earlier videos. Dream 1, the freedom and unity of India. Dream 2, the resurgence of Asia. Dream 3, a world union of free nations. Dream 4, the spiritual gift of India to the world. Dream 5, a new spiritual age for humanity. Please do visit the earlier video for a detailed insight on each of these visionary dreams of Sri Aurobindo on India. So, why is Sri Aurobindo called the father of Indian nationalism? Because he gave nationalism in India not only its political demand, but its soul. He was the first to demand complete independence when others hesitated. He redefined patriotism as a spiritual duty, a sacred offering to the Divine Mother. He gave Indian nationalism its ideological depth, that India was destined to be a spiritual leader of humanity. And even though he left politics, his early fire continued to burn in the hearts of freedom fighters till independence was achieved. Sri Aurobindo is not remembered only as a philosopher, a poet, or a yogi. He is remembered as the father of Indian nationalism because he transformed the freedom struggle into a spiritual mission. His vision still stands before us, an India strong, free, and spiritual, guiding the world towards a higher evolution. As he once said, India is not a piece of earth. She is a power, a godhead. To live for her is a divine privilege. To die for her is eternal life. This is why we remember him, not only as a patriot of the past, but as a seer of the future.